doing a Nishio style Yokomenuchi Nikyo, Omote and Ura. I have students now who are getting advanced, and this is the point where I start to transition them toward the Nishio style, and they need to have some videos that they can look at. This is the first one. This will be a Yokomenuchi Nikyo, Omote and Ura. This is one variation. There's multiple variations. He comes to strike at me. Here's a block and a counter strike, and then this comes back and down, and you're hitting vital points on either side of the wrist. This is coming back up. My foot comes in next to his. I'm sliding out to the side in line with him, and I'm drawing him out and in. And then this is drawing the sword. Slide back and bring him down in front, in the armpit, at the top of the head. There are some elements of the Iwama style that are mixed into what I'm teaching, and I'm okay with that. I know that Nishio Sensei would be okay with that. His philosophy was more find what works best for you and to advance Aikido. I'm going to do it again, and I'm going to talk about some of the things that are happening within this. Standing naturally, a little bit of a hanmi, more of like a hito emi. So as he comes to strike, my left foot's forward, so it's sliding off to the left. I'm up on my toe, egg under the heel is what they talked about in class all the time. And this is a strike that's coming up as an utemi coming up, and then I'm going to spin on this toe and cut this back down. So that'd be another strike coming down, and I'm on my toe. Now, if I wanted to go Omote Ikkyo, I could go this way, but I'm going to go to a Nikyo. So I'm on my toes like here. So now this comes up this way. I'm looking at my palm. This is a very clever movement. We're down here. As this comes up, it's like a roller bearing. My arm's rolling against his arm, so there's no real friction here. It's not a slide, it's all roll. And as this comes around, I'm catching to the wrist. I'm going out to the side. I'm drawing him toward me as I draw my foot back in. I'm coming up to my chest. And then I'm going to hook him up as I come in. And with the momentum of his body coming out, my body coming in, this is like the waves crashing together. It comes on pretty strong. And then the forward foot comes back out. This is the drawing the sword and then sliding forward for the omote and swing him down across me. This is more of a Iwama style pin, but it's the only difference is about like this. So there's not that much difference in this. I'm not here at the shoulders anymore. I've come up here so that when I twist a little bit, his arm is now going across his, bisecting the head and the shoulder on the other side. So I get faster pins this way. And I can keep my body vertical, not have to bend forward at all when I twist and go across. My knees at the armpit and the top of the head, my twist of my shoulder is already twisting the arm across. It's a clever innovation that Hitohiro Saito has promoted. In the Nishio style, normally the strike comes from the forward hand. In the Iwama style, normally the strike comes from the back foot. So if I respond with the Nishio response, it doesn't make a whole lot of difference which foot he comes in with. So if he comes with the back foot, I'm going to step forward. So this is different than the last one. The last one, I was forward foot and I went this way. This one, I'm doing back foot, and my back foot is going to come in almost even with my forward foot. And as I step, This is the half step that Nishio Sensei talked about in his book Yurusu and also in his various interviews. When you step, this is going almost to the center line of his attack. The foot is turned so that it's in toward him, not sideways with my power zone off that way. By turning my heel and it's turned in toward him, my power zone is this way, toward him. As he steps in to strike, there's a block that's a counter strike there, and a second counter strike that could be a chin strike right there. And coming up, and then as I spin on this toe, this comes down and it's throwing into either side of the wrist, which there's a book in karate called the Bubishi, and it talks about vital points. And even though I can't recall Nishio Sensei ever talking about real vital points, those are vital points. There's varying levels of these vital points. Some are really debilitating, and some of them are just affect the mind more. So this is the type that would be affecting the mind more. And I'm here, and then here, so that creates a little bit of confusion. And then this is coming up again, rolling around that. My hand's coming up down close to his wrist. As this comes down and I go out, I'm wrapping around his hand and drawing into me. And then see how he's bent out toward me? If I hook in like this, he's coming at me and I'm going at him. So it's like the crashing waves. And then this keeps him down while I can go here for the Omote, or I can step in behind for the Ura. He's too close to the wall here, so I'll go the Omote and draw him down across my front. This is a little bit different than the Nishio style too. I'll show that in a second. This is here. I'm rolling around here, dropping that back. I'm going to pinch in, play the cello, and a little twist. I'm going to go from the back foot again, and this time I'm going to show the Ura. So as he steps to strike, there's the counter strike. Think about this. I have three limbs moving at the same time. The right side is the left side of my brain, and the left hand is the right side of my brain. So I'm actually using both sides of the brain at the same time in this. It's creating more neural pathways as that happens. A lot of the Nishio is really expanding your mind as you do this. I'm stepping forward and up, and my toe is in toward him. I come back behind with my left foot, and now I'm coming back into here, rolling this up, coming down. I'm drawing him out to here, and then back in, and then out. And now for the Ura, I'm going to step in behind here toward his buttock and spin to bring him down. Knee in the armpit, meet the head, reaching across, and playing the cello. So this is the Nishio style Nikyo, Omote, and Ura from a Yokomenuchi attack as I'm teaching it. You may see some different forms of this throughout different videos. This is a form that I like.